What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your top 5 threats video. We are getting to the end. Next week will be the last two that we do. It will be light heavyweight and heavyweight, but today we are in the 185 division, and you already know this is your top 5 threats to Israel Adesanya, as I like to call him, Titty Boy Sanya, Guy No Sanya, a lot of Sanya, but yeah, I mean he's been an interesting champion. Um, I might not be the biggest fan of him, but you know, he has that Paulo Costa victory, he has a Marvin Vettori victory, and he has that Robert Whitaker victory. I mean, the first one is a real one, but the second one, I felt like Rob won. I felt like Yoel beat him. KG was so close to beating him and ending the nonsense, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. But yeah, he's an interesting champion. I know a lot of people love him. He is somewhat cleaning out his division. I'm just not a big fan of him. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Nothing against his style. Like I think a lot of people hate his style more than him. Um, his style, man, I don't blame him. He fights the way he's supposed to fight as a long distance striker. That's what he's supposed to do. So I don't blame him for that. I just don't like him as a person. I think he's annoying. But as a fighter, he has some skills, He's a decent striker. So, yeah, it is what it is. But there isn't a lot of guys in his division, and his division just fucking sucks. Middleweights just got to step up. But this is your top 5 threats to Israel Adesanya, though. And, as a champion, it's going to be hard to find someone that can mess with him. Like, it's just like, it's hard. So it was hard to make this list. It really was. But I did my best. And I know some of you guys might. I ain't going to lie. There's actually one person in this top 5 I might get hate for. But I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to put him on there. But it is what it is. But yeah, let's get to it. Top 5 threats to Israel Adesanya. At number 5, I had to go with Cannonier. He's about to fight Adesanya, so I had to put him in. I almost didn't put him in here. I actually put Nasruddin Amayev over this guy, and I was like, nah, I can't do that, man. Jared's gonna have a title fight against. I gotta put him on the list, right? I don't have him that high, man. I really don't, because I think skill wise, I think he's gonna get fucking dismantled. Cannonier, he has power, and he might be able to land a shot. And yeah, I know you guys might, you're salty because he beat Brunson. Okay, maybe, but but yeah, he has decent power, but his striking is bad. He got dropped by Brunson, by the way. Um, he got tagged up by KG. He's landing knockdowns, so he has power, but he's not a really good technical striker. He's very slow. He's very stiff. I think Adesanya could actually have a finish here. He's been due for a finish, I think, in a minute. He wasn't able to finish Rob, wasn't able to finish Marvin, wasn't able to finish Jan Blachowicz. His last finish was Costa, and I think Costa is way better than Cannonier. Way better. Like, just in everything. So it is what it is. But yeah, I got Cannonier at 5. At number 4, this is the one some people. Nah. This ain't number 4. At number 4, I got Andre Miniz. You guys shouldn't be mad about me about this. I know Andre's pretty low in the rankings, but stylistically, I think he has such a good ability to get it to the ground and submit Adesanya. Like, Adesanya isn't that good on the ground. He's just not. It's just not his forte. I mean, I know he's a purple belt, I think, and he's decent. I'm not saying he has really good takedown defense, but his actual grappling, like, it got exposed against Jan Blachowicz. Now, I know guys like Marvin and Rob weren't able to keep him down for a very, very long time, right? I think no, Marvin was able to keep him down actually for some time. Marvin, I think he kept him down for at least like a minute. I remember he kept him down for a minute, but Whitaker wasn't. But yeah, I think Andre has a lot of potential. If he gets some fights, if he gets matched up with Jack Hermanson, and if he's able to get through a guy like Jack Hermanson, I think I'll get my, because Jack Hermanson's that, like, perennial grappler in the top 5 that we're all saying, oh man, if he fights Adesanya, and it's like I'm kind of tired with Hermanson, man. I really am. Like, he's always in these number 1 contender fights. He's basically like a gatekeeper to the top 5. And And I kind of want him out of there, man. Real talk. And if they want to match, I mean, obviously they're not going to match up Miniz with Hermanson right away. But if Miniz gets a few wins, man, they could legit get Hermanson out of there. And you could probably replace Miniz in that position. Because I just feel like Miniz just has a better finishing ability. But maybe it's because he's doing it to guys like Eric Anders. And he did submit Jacare when Hermanson went 3-2 with Jacare in a fight night, you know? So it is what it is. But let's get to it. At number 3, this is the one I think I'm going to get some hate for. I got the former champion, Luke Rockhold, in this hoe. I really do think Luke has all the ability offensively to beat Adesanya. I'm not saying he can strike with him, but I think he can survive in the striking for long enough to set up his takedowns. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Luke doesn't have really good wrestling. I feel like Luke has never had a wrestling-focused camp, in my humble opinion. Every camp he's done, I don't feel like he's focused on actually wrestling. And Luke's not that guy. He's a guy that flows, right? He's a guy that, like, wherever the fight goes, he's good, right? That's just the kind of guy he is. But I feel like if he was able to fight Adesanya and have, like, a wrestling-focused camp, right, he could get it done. I know, like, against Jan Blachowicz, he tried to wrestle, but that was, like, panic wrestling. Like, he even said it. I think he didn't respect Jan. I think he wanted to get Jan out of there quick. But, I'm not even saying, like, you know, he takes Adesanya down and he submits him. No, I say he grinds on Adesanya. And I don't feel like Luke's ever been a grinder in his career. Like, even in Strike 4 days, like, he's really good at, like, the clinch work and, you know, getting guys there and working on guys. But when Luke, I feel like, is focused on something, I think he could be great. Like, he was a champion. He made a run. I know he's getting older. He's 36, and I know the chin ain't the greatest. But offensively, his striking is good. His kicks are great. His boxing is getting better with Perillo. His wrestling is always going to get better. His grappling, I mean, dude, it's like he has the best. To this day, he still has the best top control in the game. I think he'd give a lot of problems to Adesanya. It's just, how does he get there? That's only the issue, is how does he get there? I really want to see that Paulo Costa fight. I think that's the final run. I think if Paulo's able to beat Luke, I think Luke will retire. But give the old dog his chance. You know what I'm saying? Give Luke his chance, and I want to see Luke fight Costa. I really do. I'd love to see it. But yeah. At number 2, I had to go with Alex Pereira. So you guys got to guess who number 1 is. This might be a little tough for you guys. Alex does have a win over Adesanya. He did get it done in kickboxing, obviously. No, I think he got 2 wins. He got 2 wins, right? He got 2 wins. You know, and there is some controversy, right? They were saying, like, the first one was a robbery, and Adesanya was literally winning the second one until he got knocked out, right? So I see those comments. Now, I haven't actually watched those fights. I've watched the knockout before, but to be honest, I haven't watched that. But yeah, I think he can get it done. I think he could get it done if he fought Adesanya in an MMA fight. I really do. It might be a little different. Maybe Adesanya might not make those mistakes, but I think he could get it done. I really do. I think he could. He's our last hope. I mean, I wouldn't say he's our last hope, but he's out of these guys, I think he might have the best chance of beating Adesanya. But at number 1, in my humble opinion, I think that guy has the best chance of actually fighting Adesanya out of all these guys, you know, and giving him a decent fight. But I think Pereira has actual chance of beating Israel. I really do. But I just don't know. I don't know if and same thing with Luke. My only issue is the reason why I didn't put him at number 1 is how is he gonna get there, right? Like, he has to beat Sean Strickland. He has to, and if he can't beat Sean Strickland, he's not gonna get there, and that's the problem, you know. And they shot him up. They gave him an opportunity, and good on them. But if he can't beat Sean, and it's a wrap, you know. He was going tooth and nail with Bruno Silva, you know, and it was a decent fight, but I saw his ceiling, you know. I know what he's good at. I know what he's bad at. I can see guys that can beat him. And at number 1, I think this is a guy that can actually beat Pereira and might have a chance against Adesanya. At number 1, my number 1 threat to Israel Adesanya is Sean Strickland. Now, you guys know I don't like Sean Strickland, but I have to give credit is due, man. That guy has proved me wrong a lot. I was very confident that a guy like Brendan Allen would end him, and he beat Brendan Allen. He beat Jocko after that. He beat Uriah Hall, and he just beat Jack Hermanson. This guy's on a run. I got to give him. He's doing his thing, and I honestly do believe when he fights Alex Pereira, he's going to teach him world-class wrestling. Well, not world-class wrestling, but he's going to teach him the word wrestling. And he's going to put on a clinic. And, dude, I think he gets a ground-and-pound finish over Pereira. I really do. I know some people might think I'm crazy, but this is MMA. I'm sorry. Like I saw Glover Teixeira can't give you his grappling, and that's just how it works. I got Strickland here. Now Strickland versus Adesanya, man, that would be so boring. I would be so bored, like bored, like bad bored, you know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. I think Sean is gonna fight Adesanya one day, and I think it's gonna be iconic. But if Sean just puts the pressure on Adesanya, he has a chance. Like, I really do think so. I think he's been people think he's a jab merchant, and that's about it. But I think honestly, if he puts that crazy like lunatic pressure on him, I think he has a chance. And he has no choice but to do that. He can't play the long distance game he just can't do that. He's gonna have to put pressure. He's gonna have to wrestle. I think a lot of people don't think Sean is good. Sean is decent. He's a decent fighter everywhere. So I think he has a chance. I really do. I know some people are going to get mad at me about this, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love y'all, and goodbye. Oh, yeah, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. See y'all.